I'm here at Upper Darby High School for this year's Winterfest, WinterCon, breakfast, all that. Over here is the Winterfest where all the main vendors are. There's some clothing, jewelry, food, a bunch of cool artwork. And yeah, I'd like to, just talk to some people about it. But before I get into that, I'd like to show you all what my morning was like. First, I got a very important phone call from my mother. তুমি আমার জ্যাকেটে বের করে দিছো না? It's 6 a.m. right now. And we're probably gonna have breakfast at the school since there's like a thing for that. Yeah, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cold actually, but I'm here. Let's have some fun. And when I got there, fun for me was setting up these signs at the side of the road. When I got back to the gym, some cars were parked outside and some more volunteers came to help me out. We were setting up some of their stalls. There's a UDBOP. They're the people that have sponsored this event. Homie. I got you, homie. I got you. Okay. I'm gonna carry this log. This is going in the yearbook right here, bro. This is. How are you feeling right now?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. After all was said and done, we were ready to get this Winterfest started. You want one?
Yes. She pulled you.
I know y'all are very ecstatic, but could you explain a bit of what Create for Kids represents and what it tries to promote?
CFK is a student-run nonprofit organization. Together we donate and volunteer for pediatric patients. We are also dedicated to promoting creativity to children in hospital settings. As well as every 3 months we donate fun-filled packages to our patients around the world with support and donations so this can be fulfilled. It's just a great organization, and this is our founder over here, and she can also give you a little more about it.
So basically, we bring a lot of like art supplies and just packages filled with like cards and like paint and that stuff. So the hospital setting could just be a lot more bright for kids because it can be a little gloomy. But when we come in, we bring in these packages and they're really happy, and it's just really sweet to see.
Yeah, and I understand that it takes a lot of effort. So like, what services do you have here that help like fund these sort of projects?
But we do a lot of bake sales. It's really run by us. We're like the leaders here. Yeah. And then we have a lot of volunteers that help us too. So bake sales, we have like raffles and that stuff. So a lot of those things are things that bring in money.
And by the way, could y'all introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Mia.
And?
I'm Harmony.
Okay, cool.
Fire.
Yeah, that's fire. I got a bit hungry, so I got a pretzel with some mustard. I was very thirsty. Okay, could you introduce yourself?
I'm Sid.
Okay, what do you have here for us?
I make jewelry, I make entomology decor, and I make altered teddy bears.
Nice.
I I have some little keychains. I have some free lollipops. It's great.
Yeah. And what made you sort of like partake in this hobby?
I was bored.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I was bored and I saw the lack of emo things at events like this, and I was
Yeah.
like, I could bring something to the table here.
Yeah, no, like it's great. Like you even like recycle some materials, as I can see, like bottle
Yeah.
caps, like old keys and all that.
A lot of this stuff is like trinkets I found, or like Facebook Marketplace, like the free, like pay, buy nothing, whatever. Like
Yeah.
all of these bears are gotten from like flea markets and people were selling them. So it gave them a new life.
That's a good way to put it. Just to like resurrect them in a new, cool way. Well, yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
With some decorations bought at Tiffany's. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing, a ring. I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby. So hurry down the train tonight.
Ho ho ho! Santa, how are you doing? You know, I know like a lot of people just like constantly ask for commands from you, but like I just wanted to check up on you. How are you feeling, man?
I'm feeling really holiday spirity today.
Me too, yeah. Is there a gift that you wish to give to all those that are watching right now?
All those that are watching right now,
Yeah, what's your gift to the world?
peace. An example of peace, being peaceful, positive energy.
Easier said than done. Okay,
You have a fun time, buddy.
what do I want for this?
1 million views. Yeah. A little bit.
Probably better camera gear.
Okay. I'll talk to your parents about it.
Cool.
Put it on layaway.
Yeah, no, like. No.
Ho, ho, ho. Oh, sorry. Ho, 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 ho.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Oh, that's a gas. Oh, my goodness.
In an unexpected turn of events, I'm going to be interviewed this time by Audrey right here.
Yep. Okay.
Shoot away.
All right.
Sure.
So, what motivates you?
For like for one in particular, because like I have a lot of motivations for many different things, really. I guess like a main motto that I've like concocted, just to like that motivates me throughout my life is, don't postpone yourself, carry that weight. Now that the meaning of that behind it, it's like twofold. The first part of it, don't postpone yourself, comes from the question that Seneca asked like a while back. He's like this ancient Greek philosopher, like why do you postpone yourself? And I feel like that question relates to a lot of us, because a lot of us do like procrastinate. A lot of us do have the tendency to like not really express our full potential until it's way too late. It's a call to action basically, to like, hey, if you have an ambition, take full responsibility and charge towards that. Second part of it comes from a variety of sources, but I mainly got it from Cowboy Bebop. Like at the end of that series, there's like this black screen with like text saying, you gotta carry that weight. And a lot of people misinterpret that as like, most of the burdens in your life are gonna be on your shoulders, but it's more so the experience that you've garnered throughout your life. That carries with you through all of your decisions, through all of like the interactions you have with people, and like that in a way sort of like lifts that burden off of your shoulders, because the experience that you gain from that is what helps you move forward, basically. And that's like, there's so many layers to it that like many people can take like different points from it, but like that's just like my sort of ideology at the moment.
Oh, very good. I like that answer. What is your favorite part about being a senior at Upper Darby?
Honestly, like, again, with the amount of interactions I've had with people, like, not only have I garnered the ability to like be more empathetic towards people, like be friendly towards newcomers, but also especially to those people that I'm still in contact with. Like I still talk to some of my teachers that I've had in freshman year, which is insane. But also I'm mainly focusing on leaving an impact, like doing more services, like volunteering it here, basically, like leaving an impact where other people can not only be inspired, but also like I can give them the ability to like try out these new sort of situations.
No, yeah, I like that a lot. I think it's important to make an impact on wherever you go.
Yeah.
But what honor society are you volunteering for today?
This is for a service club, but to be honest, since I'm like volunteering for like so long, I might divvy it up throughout all my honor societies, like Rho Kappa, Science, maybe even Math honor society. But like, I'm not doing this just for the hours. I'm doing it because I genuinely want to have fun.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think it's important to have fun wherever you go.
Yeah.
But why should people join Service Club?
Not only because it allows you the experience of serving your community, but also it allows you connections to people. It allows you to get your hands dirty and like setting up a vendor, setting up, you know, like sound systems and whatnot. It gives you like certain insight about what the amount of effort it takes to like create these events that, you know, like a lot of people go to and have fun at. But it also gives you that extra insight into all of like the gears that run to make these events function.
I think that you've shown that Upper Darby is such a great community, and I appreciate that myself. So I think it's time to wrap this up. But thanks for watching, and thank you for being a great interviewee, I guess. If that's a word. I don't think it is.
No, it is a word. And yeah, and I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, of course. It was lots of fun. Thank you.
No problem.
What'd you think? How are my skills?
Pretty good, yeah.
Thank you.
Over here in the cafeteria is where we have our brunch. You can get some pancakes, some breakfast. I haven't had breakfast this morning, so I just came here just to eat. But yeah. So over here is the Comic-Con section. It's in the Ox Gym, where a lot of people are selling like little nerdy trinkets, but also like some major stuff such as comic books, Funko Pops behind me. They have some arcade machines for people to play, and like, you know, a lot of writers, a lot of artists collectively here to share their nerdy passions with us, and I think that's pretty cool.
Y'all are playing The Simpsons?
Could you introduce yourself for us, please?
Yeah, my name is Phil Chan. I'm with Digital Pimp Online. We do webcomics and merchandise from these comics.
Nice. And I noticed that there's like a very distinct style for these comics. Like, what inspired you and your team to like create such honestly cute looking characters here?
So my friend Joe and I, like, we've been friends for a long time, since grade school, basically.
Yeah.
And when we were in the second grade, we made terrible comics together, and then we grew up, and then we made less terrible comics together.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we've always enjoyed kind of like the juxtaposition of like cute and violent. So that's where like kind of the trope of what it came from.
Yeah, like, and I know that there's like a story behind each character, but
if you were to recommend like one of your stories to us, or like recommend people to, this company in general, like what would you say to them?
Oh, I mean, it's tough because we do so many different things in terms of comics.
Yeah.
So I think our most popular is Turtle vs. Bunny. It's essentially the story of the tourist in there meets spy versus spy, so they race in the battle along the way. It's very cute and violent, so I feel like that has like the larger appeal. I think probably our next popular one is Joe Loves Crappy Movies, which is like a movie review comic. And then we have things like Matriculated, which is a slice of life comic. So I feel like if we probably have something that you would enjoy if you came to Digital Pen.
I really hope that you like prosper from this, and I appreciate like you coming out here.
Appreciate it too.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes.
Could you introduce yourself for us, please?
How you doing? I'm Lonzo Starr, CEO and founder of Concrete Comics, writer, creator of Acolyte, Zoriel, and a slew of other titles.
Could you explain this new independent, I assume, cinematic universe of comics?
So this is our 5th year celebration, actually. We're an independent publishing house based out of New Jersey, Philadelphia, and Atlanta. We focus on characters of color, so we're mainly POC comic book company, and we're just focused on putting that representation back in the comics.
Yeah, and like that's like one of the unique things about like the sort of mainstream stream of like comics out there is that there aren't really that many stories about people of color within comics. And what makes your particular stories unique?
So they're all grounded. They come from a point of inspiration. Like my character Acolyte, he's loosely based on me, my life, and exaggerated with the superhero aspect of it. And you see the realism in a lot of our characters on that tip, and just our authenticness in our storytelling. We genuinely love comic books and love the medium. We're not doing this for just the representation part. We're doing this because we love comic books, but they happen to represent people that look like us. So
yeah, and although like I might not be able to like get something for you, I do recommend other people to check it out. So, and what do you have to say about like other aspiring like comic book readers or potential makers of comics?
For those that are inspiring to do it, just do it, create it. I started this 5 years ago. Now we're a 9-time award-winning company, sold hundreds of thousands of comic books, and we're pushing. So you don't need nobody. You don't need no big name behind you. The internet is your home. You can make a lot of money and sell a lot of books just by being independent and self-sufficient. So all you inspiring comic creators, authors, musicians, whatever it is, now's your time to really be independent and take the reins for yourself.
I appreciate spending time with you today, and I appreciate you coming out here.
Oh yeah, no problem, and I had to. I'm from the area, so.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Why is everyone I know just around this spot?
Hey.
Preston.
Hey. And here are some of my friends that graduated last year that decided to come back.
I will highly recommend. Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's a side character.
I know that took a bit, but I wanted you to cater towards some customers. So, hi, could you introduce yourself first, please?
Sure, I'm Sammy Castillo. I've been a published illustrator for 23 years.
What have you illustrated?
Many things. I'm most known for my comic book work. I'm in a few hundred titles and publications with like DC Comics and stuff. So to give you the short list, I did Batman with my late husband Tommy Castillo for about 9 years. Toe tags with George Romero, Green Arrow, Spawn, Spider-Man, Savage Dragon, Evil Ernie, Tales from the Crypt, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Vaporilla, G.I. Joe, Wolverine, Spider-Man, if I didn't say that already.
Yeah.
And many others. And then tabletop games, so Dungeons & Dragons, Magic the Gathering, Ultra Pro licensed all my artwork. I'm in a ton of independent comics. I worked with, Warner Brothers, pre-production work for various DC films, Fox for Aliens projects, Dark Horse Comics on Aliens projects, Terminator projects. The list goes on.
Yeah, I just wanted to interject here to talk about like how much of an influence Tommy had before eventually left this planet. Like he was such an inspiration, especially with his work in the DC universe with mainly Batman and all that. these are some of the many pieces that he worked on and some of the many people he had the chance of meeting. Look at him grinning. After Sammy took full creative reign over the company, she's been working tirelessly to continue on the legacy of her mentor and husband.
You have so many credentials, and not only that, your artwork is like you're huge. Right behind you, like for everyone to see. Where do you get your like inspiration from behind some of the stories that you get to work for?
Rent, Electric. That's my inspiration.
Okay.
As a working illustrator.
Yeah.
I mean, my inspiration, humorously speaking, but overall, my inspiration comes from various, different things. It just depends on the project. Like if it's my own creator-owned stuff, like my Dark Side of Oz property, I'm a huge Wizard of Oz fan, and my late husband and I came up with the whole story and just inspired by, the film and the difference between the books and the film. I am a huge folklore mythology buff, from Greek mythology all the way to Japanese folklore and mythology, yokai. So it just really, I'm inspired by a lot of different things when it comes to my own creator-owned stuff. But when it comes to published work, the money. That's my inspiration. I will be completely honest. I did not have the dream of growing up and drawing Batman as like the end goal of my life. But I mean, I wanted to try comics. I was in comics for almost 15, a little over 15 years. And I loved every bit of it, but that was never my end goal. It was just an experience that I wanted, and I loved reading comics, so I thought, let me try making comics.
And like a lot of people, I assume that you get like praise for your work. So like, what do you say to those who are inspired to tell their own stories, but they don't really like know what avenues to take?
It's different, and it's different based on the person, but the number one thing I always tell creators, whether it's wanting to be an artist or an illustrator, or even a writer, is you have to love the process. You can't just do it for the end result, like for the painting to sell. Because it's a slog. I mean, yes, my art is amazing, but I spent 30,000 hours learning to draw, and it's a labor of love, and you have to love the labor. And if I couldn't draw feet, well, I'm drawing 10,000 pairs of feet. If you can't draw skulls, 10,000 skulls, 30 seconds a piece, go for it. And that is what you have to love. You have to love the journey to the end and not the end result. And that goes for writing. That goes, I think, really for any creative endeavor. It's the journey to get to the end that you have to really be passionate about. Like, I started my career in video games, and I worked on BioShock, Resident Evil 5, tons of games, and it is a labor of love, and I did not love it. I hated it. What I now know is horribly undiagnosed ADHD. Sitting me sitting me in a cubicle in the dark, pulling vertices for 40 hours a week is not conducive to ADHD. But I didn't love it. Like, I didn't love the process. I hated the atmosphere. I mean, this is like 20 years ago, so it's art by committee in corporate America, and this is not a corporate America personality. But I wanted to try it. Like, I loved playing games. I thought maybe I'd love it. So as a creator, I've been published for 23 years, but I've kind of changed my job in the creative realm at least 4 or 5 times. So you'll never stick with one thing. And if you're a good artist, you'll continue to evolve and change to that next thing.
And like, it is important to adapt, especially with like new eras coming. And I really appreciate you coming out here today.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
This is astonishing right here.
Bought some Daredevil comics before I headed out. I went back to the cafeteria to have a slice of pizza for lunch. Also, this young kid that also went to the Comic-Con allowed me to play with the sword for a bit.
Start.
I went back to the main Winterfest to do some interviews with some other businesses.
Could you introduce yourselves?
I'm Zori. And I'm Aziza.
And what do you have here today?
We have crochet sweaters, crochet scarves, and hats, nails, jewelry, keychains, hair stuff. We have a lot.
You have a lot. What inspired you to create all these little...
We just have so much going on in our brains, and we just want to express everything. And so we just expressed it with so much different things. Yes.
Yeah, could you introduce yourself for us?
Hi, I'm Tyra.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the love of handmade items. No one makes handmade like that anymore. Everything is, factory made a lot of times. And so you can really see the love when things are handmade. And so we're such a creative family, my daughters and family business. And so we just love to make things with our hands.
And also, like, you know, a lot of like highly processed like clothing nowadays, like, especially with like fast fashion, that tends to go to waste. So like, how do you try to like make it homemade? Like what's unique about this to you?
What's unique is that we make fabric because we crochet and it's actually yarn. And so instead of going to like a fabric store and buying fabric, we are creating our own patterns, our own color sequences, and even the yarn. We have applique yarn, we have cotton yarn, we have acrylic yarns, we have all kinds of yarns, and we can create anything we want with a piece of string and a needle. It's amazing.
It is amazing, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ain't no way they're playing Frozen. In the frame.
And by they, I was referring to the band that was playing. Pretty cool. That's my friend Sean over there getting his face painted. This was a Christmas card I made for the children at Create for Kids.
Could you introduce yourself for us?
How you doing? My name is Thane Catino. My business is Umptique Sauces.
And I especially love your tagline. Like, what inspired you to create these lovely sauces here today?
Well, I was tired of the same old stuff from the stores, the sweet babies, you know his name.
Okay.
But I just made this sauce for about 10 years ago, and about 3 years ago, my sister tasted it and she said I should sell it. I took her advice and here I am.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this interview took way too long, but I got a chance to taste some of the sauces, and my favorite turned out to be the mango habanero sauce, which I secretly bought after this interview.
Could you introduce yourself first, please?
Yes, hi, my name is Arlene. I'm with Deliciously Lemony. My cousin started the business a few years ago, and this is her product.
What has inspired you to start this business off?
She used to do parties, like make lemonade at parties.
Yeah.
And then it started off with just the plain, and then she started with the strawberry, and then we just started doing different flavors to see how it would be. So this is the newest one, which is cranberry lemonade. It's like an energy drink.
Yeah.
We also have a sea moss with ginger in it, has no sugar.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's the process that goes into making each one?
So each one of them has the ingredients on it. So it's water, sugar, the flavors. It has fresh fruit in it. So we have cucumber lemonade also.
Well, yeah. Thank you for coming out.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, this does not look good on me.
Sadly, the Winterfest was coming to a close, so all the people started to pack up, and we were helping them.
Yo, where were you?
I was helping
No,
people pack up.
Where were you?
I just came.
What do you mean you just came?
I had
Right
tap.
when it's ending, bro.
I had tap.
This is Mohammed, responsible for service club.
Wait, just the excuse to hold hands.
Very romantical.
I got bracelets. You explain it.
So, we're supporting the creation of the Upper Darby Culture, Arts, and Education Center in Barclay Square. Guys, we need to support music in the community. So, like, sign, only if you're a resident of Upper Darby, though, but sign, and then we get this. And we help the community.
Let's go.
Help the community.
Let's go, yeah. Fire.
The phone stayed on, huh?